Hi everyone, it's Sally, aka Crafting Gal Sal, and today I'm going to show you how to do a multi-layered stamping technique that I just recently saw other people are calling the triple layer or triple stamp. Anyway, this is something that I learned how to do a few years back and decided that I wanted to do that again. And when I ordered this beautiful stamp set from Mindless Crafting, I knew that there were items on this in this set that I wanted to use for this technique. So I love this great big flower here, and I love the little trio of flowers here. I love the whole thing, but those are the things, and this little leaf. These are the things that I'm going to use today for this multi-layer stamping technique. Anyway, I've got the big flower mounted on this acrylic stamp block, and I've got the little flower trio and the leaf mounted there, ready to go. I'll be using my Memento Tuxedo black ink to stamp the images with. And I wanted to show you the paper that I have. I already have them pre-cut. These I'm going to call my base layers, and then these I'm going to call my print layers because I'm going to be printing on here. So anyway, the base layer you're going to need to fit an A2 size card. You're going to need to cut a 5 1/4 inch by 4 inch. You're going to need a 4 3/4 inch by 3 1/2 inch, and then you'll need a 4 1/4 inch by 3 inch. So those are your base cuts. And then for your print, the printed portion, the bottom one is going to be 5 inches by 3 3/4 inches. The mid-sized one will be 4 1/2 inches by 3 1/4 inch. And then your top layer will be 4 inches by 2 3/4 inches. So anyway, that's how I cut them. Anyway, this is, I put it on a black piece of cardstock so you can see it better. So anyway, I mounted my my layers together by just putting some a repositional piece of glue dot. It's a glue dot. I'm going to get another one because I've had that top one on a little crooked, which is the name of the game around here. I don't do things very straight at times. So anyway, I'm just going to put a little glue dot. This is repositionable, and I always draw an R on the back of these because I get them mixed up with my permanent glue dots all the time. So anyway, just put a glue dot on there and then try to position it on your layer so that it's all even around all the edges. Okay, so I got that down, and now I'm ready to start stamping. So I'm going to do this first, the trio, and get some ink on there. And what you want to do is you want to just stamp all around so that it's running off the edges of your paper. And just kind of turn it however you want it turned. You're not really supposed to rock stamps, but sometimes to do this, you do have to kind of put pressure on the outside edges a little more than you normally would, because you want to get that ink all the way around, or you want it to bleed off onto all the edges, or all the dimensions. And don't worry if it looks like it's double vision, because it'll all look beautiful once you start coloring it in, and once you get your layers put together, it'll be really pretty. and you can put a sentiment over top of it, or you know, any kind of mistakes that you made. So there's that. I think I'm satisfied with that one. Now I'm going to take the larger flower, and I got ink on my fingers. That happens to me all the time, and then I get smudges on my paper. So anyway, I'm going to get my large flower and just kind of find places to put that. So I'm going to start in this corner. And looks like I didn't leave myself a lot of room. There's that. And maybe here a little bit. And down here. I mean, you can put it anywhere you want to, but that's how I do it. And now I'm going to start coloring the flowers in. I'll be using gel pens, and I'll be using my Tanmit markers, Tanmit markers. So I'm going to pause the video, and I'm going to go color this, and then I will be right back to finish it up. Okay, I'm back, and I've almost done, I'm almost done coloring, but I wanted to show you how I colored the big flowers, and actually I used the same technique for the little flowers and for these leaves. So what I did was I just started with a dark purple color and kind of put my dark on the inside of all of the petals. Just not being too careful. I actually kind of wanted it to have kind of frayed edges up around the outer part of the petal. And I'm making sure to hold down the different layers when I color. And now I'm just taking the lighter purple and kind of pulling the darker in with the lighter color as I color the petals in. It kind of just adds a little bit of depth to the flower and some shading, some shadowing. So right. And then I used this really light green on the inside of the flower. Just like that. And I used the same technique for the little blue flowers. I used a little darker blue on the inside and then a little lighter blue around the outside edges. And then I did the same thing with these larger green leaves. I used a dark green and just kind of outlined it and went down the middle, and then took the lighter and colored that in. Another thing I did was I used this glittery Ameza gel pen, and I used that on all these stems. I just kind of ran it along the stems, and it's glittery, and it just adds a little bit of glitter. And I'll probably add more glitter to this too as I go. But I'm done with my markers, so I'm going to put those away. And let's see, I'm going to go ahead and pull these layers apart and set them on their bases and show you what that looks like. So I'm going to take the top layer off and get that blue dot off the back. So that'll be one layer, the top layer. And then the middle layer. We'll go here on that one. And then the bottom layer will go here. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that one down using my art glitter glue. Just kind of put it all around the edges. And then some in the middle. I hope everybody had a good day today. I always have a good day. I have just the best classroom of second graders. They're so good. They are well behaved, well mannered. I couldn't be luckier. All right, there's my base layer. Go ahead and glue this one. I haven't really decided if I'm going to make this into a Mother's Day card or not. Still trying to think about that. I did make one Mother's Day card already using this multi-layered design, and my friend came along today and scooped that one up, so time to make a new one. So that'll go on like that, and then this one. These stamps by Mindless Crafting are so nice. They're just the nicest stamps I have, and I have a ton of stamps. They cling really well to your stamp block, and they just make a beautiful impression every time you stamp. So they're really, really high quality, and I couldn't be happier with them. So anyway, that's going to be what it looks like when we get it all mounted down. And I guess I'm going to go ahead and start doing that. So I'm going to think I'll go ahead and put this flat on the bottom layer. More art glitter glue. And now is when you want to be really careful and try to do your best eyeball job getting that arranged. I think that looks good. This one, I'm going to pop it up off of the page with some foam tape. So let me get my foam tape. Double-sided strong bond that I found at the Dollar General. Gotta love it. Not very expensive. So I'm just going to put a few strips here. Where's my scissors? All right. One there. One in the middle. And then one on this edge. So easy, but such a really nice effect. I don't have any fancy equipment here. It's just some clear stamps, some paper, some markers. You can cut your dimensions with your nice rotary or blade cutter, or you can just use scissors. Okay, so now, again, being careful. Whoop, that was over too far. All right, there it is. And now it's ready to put a little more embellishment on. I have these huge flowers that I just love, and I wonder if it's just too big. Which one? I think I like the light colored one. How in the world does that work? I don't know, maybe I can't use this. Let's see. I have to think about that. I'm not going to give up on that yet, but I don't know that I'm going to use it on this card, but I will be back on that one. Okay, I'm going to think about this, and I will be right back in with what I've decided on my further embellishments, so hold on. All right, I am back, and I found what I wanted to put on my card to add a little bit of pizzazz and decoration to it. So I have a bunch of these flowers, and I thought that looked really nice. And I've got this pretty gem that I'll put on there, and then I decided on another Mother's Day card. So I just printed a whole bunch of these off on my printer. I picked a font that I liked and printed a bunch of them. So I cut that out, and I'm just going to glue it. Made a mistake on this piece yesterday, so I'm just going to glue it down there and cut it off. So I'll do that now and make my little Happy Mother's Day card. Yay! Just want a real tiny edge around there. Tiny lavender or lilac edge. And then I'll just take my scissors and cut that real close. Like that. There's that. Now I'm going to go ahead and glue down my flower. Just put some glue there. And right there. And now my gem. This glue is so wonderful. It dries clear and it sticks. So it's just really, really great glue. And it doesn't matter if you get some around the edges, because like I said, it's going to dry clear. But I think that looks pretty. And now my Mother's Day sentiment is going to go there. And I think I'm just going to put it flat on the card. It's already popped off the page enough with the top layer having the dimensional foam on it. So I think I'm going to kind of do this. I like the way it's hanging off the edge a little bit right there. Okay, make it a little wonky. Now I'm going to get my white card base. This is a A2 card. And I'm going to be putting it right on there, just like that. And just like that, we have a pretty multi-dimensional triple layer Mother's Day card. Anybody can do it. You can do it. You don't need a bunch of fancy supplies. And like that. Now I can bling this up some more with some, I like this. This is my Jelly Roll glitter pen, and it's just clear. It's like a clear glitter, so I can put some on all my little centers of my flowers and just add a little bit of glitter like that. Add some sparkle to the inside of this. And I just love this jelly roll, so it's always good to have a little extra glitter and bling. I'm good with it. Okay, I like that. Maybe a little on the center of that leaf. Some here. Some here. Again, it's just clear and it just adds a little bit of sparkle to your card. And there it is. Happy Mother's Day. And I like it. I don't know that it needs anything else. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope this inspires you to try this technique yourself. Very simple to do, and I think that you can do it. So just give it a try, and as always, happy crafting, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. Bye.